This is unfortunately a very common occurrence, especially when you're talking about a severe avoidant. Avoidance will often discard a partner when there's a crisis of some sort. It could be a health crisis, a financial crisis, losing a job, a death in the family. And the avoidant will shut down and discard the partner when the partner needs them the most. Understand, this is called stress dumping. Avoidants, well, they experience a baseline of stress just by being in the relationship. An emotionally healthy person will find a relationship as a source of stress relief. You had a long day at work, coming home to your partner, well, they're your safe haven. They are your happy place. The intimacy, the love, the bond, the connection, the companionship, that provides a healthy person, a secure person, a stress relief. It is the opposite for avoidance. Just being in the relationship causes them stress. It elevates their stress because they have to be something for somebody. They have to give effort into the relationship, both physically and emotionally. They feel like they are pressured to be emotionally present with their partner. And that can lead to the avoidant feeling overwhelmed. Avoidants also avoid. This is a person that has spent a lifetime avoiding problems, avoiding processing emotions, avoiding dealing with life stresses. When things are stressful and there's painful emotions, the avoidant will bottle those up and refuse to reflect on them, just avoiding it. Well, that's why they don't have the skill set to cope and handle with life stresses and emotional and relationship stresses in a healthy way. That's because they refuse to process emotions. They refuse to reflect on the events. They refuse to reflect on their own feelings. They run from problems and stick their head in the sand like an ostrich. That is how they self-soothe. So you're talking about a person that does not know how to handle emotional stress, relationship stress, or life stress. So when you have a crisis like this, the avoidant is now feeling overwhelmed with stress. And you compound that stress with the already pre-existing stress that they have just by being in the relationship. And these crises, it can be something else too. It could be a work issue. It could be a family issue. But when a new stress is added, the avoidant will look to remove stress from their life. Well, you can't remove your family. You can't remove your job. You can't remove your finances. So the first thing to go, which is the most disposable thing to an avoidant, is the relationship. So the avoidant will end the relationship as a way to provide themselves with stress relief because they no longer feel pressured to be something for somebody. They no longer feel pressured to be emotionally present and physically present with their partner. They will feel immediate stress relief even as they are leaving you in a world of pain. Because avoidants are deeply insecure people, and when they are unhealed, they are so wrapped up in themselves, their own emotions, their own feelings, their own perceived wants and needs, that they are not even considering how this kind of behavior can impact somebody else. It's not that they're trying to hurt you, but they're not trying to not hurt you either. They are solely thinking of themselves and thinking of how they can provide themselves some stress relief. And because avoidants avoid self-reflection, they avoid processing emotions, they avoid dealing with problems, this person will be completely unaware as to why they behave this way because they're not reflecting on it. This is why you'll get very vague excuses as to why they're discarding you. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not equipped to deal with this. I'm just going to disappoint you. This is just too much. I'm just not ready for a relationship. All the words of a person that does not reflect on their actions and is solely wrapped up in themselves and how to relieve stress for themselves. If this happened to you, understand that is not a reflection of you. It is not a reflection of you at all. That is solely a reflection of the person that discarded you. And it's also a reflection of their unhealed attachment wounds as well as their character. Yes, we understand why avoidants behave the way they do. It comes from childhood emotional neglect. However, this is still a grown adult that is responsible for their own behaviors. They made this choice. This was a choice. Don't forget it. This was a choice. You never would have done this to them. You didn't deserve it to happen to you. So definitely don't blame yourself for this kind of behavior, because you didn't cause it.